Did you know that 1 in 4 adults over 55 experiences joint pain that slows muscle recovery after simple activities? Certain foods might create hidden challenges for those aiming to stay active and pain-free as they age. Healthy muscles and joints are essential for walking comfortably, lifting objects, or even enjoying a hobby like knitting. However, some everyday foods could be working against those goals. Stay tuned to discover 3 surprising foods that might be slowing muscle recovery and harming joints, and learn easy changes to keep moving with ease and comfort. Muscle recovery and joint health are vital for staying active and independent after 55. Healthy muscles help the body bounce back after activity, while strong joints reduce pain during movement. Together, they support daily tasks like gardening, climbing stairs, or playing with grandchildren. However, some common foods might slow recovery and cause joint discomfort, even if they seem harmless. In this video, the focus will be on 3 surprising foods that could affect these areas. By understanding their impact, minor dietary adjustments can lead to better recovery, less pain, and improved well-being. Let's explore the challenges ahead. As people age, muscle recovery and joint health face increasing challenges. After 55, the body's ability to repair muscle tissue slows by about 20% compared to younger years, a natural part of aging called sarcopenia. At the same time, joint cartilage begins to wear down, with 1 in 3 adults over 60 reporting stiffness or pain that limits their movement. This combination can make activities like bending to tie shoes, standing for long periods, or even getting out of bed feel uncomfortable and exhausting. Many assume that eating a varied diet automatically supports muscle recovery and joint health, but that's not always true. Some foods can increase inflammation, delay muscle repair, or worsen joint pain by depleting essential nutrients. For example, inflammation can cause swelling in the joints, making them stiff and sore. At the same time, poor muscle recovery leaves the body feeling weak after light activity. This is particularly concerning for older adults, as the body becomes less efficient at managing inflammation and absorbing nutrients like calcium or magnesium, which are crucial for joint and muscle function. The misconception that all foods are beneficial can lead to unintended setbacks. Certain foods seem like good choices, but contribute to oxidative stress. This process damages muscle cells and joint tissues. Over time, this can increase the risk of chronic pain or injuries, making it harder to stay active and independent. For instance, inflammation in the knees or hips can make walking to the store painful. At the same time, slow muscle recovery can leave someone feeling fatigued after minimal effort. The good news is that small dietary changes can make a big difference. Identifying foods that harm muscle recovery and joint health can reduce discomfort and support the body's natural repair processes. This can lead to more energy, less pain, and the ability to enjoy daily activities without limitation. Let's dive into the 3 foods that might stand in the way of better muscle recovery and healthier joints. High-sugar desserts such as cakes, cookies, and ice cream are often enjoyed as treats, especially during social gatherings or holidays. While they bring joy to many, these desserts can pose significant challenges to muscle recovery and joint health, particularly for adults over 55. The main issue with high-sugar desserts is their ability to spike blood sugar levels. A single serving of a typical dessert, like a slice of cake, can contain up to 25 grams of sugar, equivalent to 6 teaspoons. This causes a rapid increase in blood glucose, which triggers insulin release. Over time, frequent sugar spikes can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where the body struggles to use insulin effectively. Research shows that insulin resistance can reduce muscle protein synthesis by up to 15%, slowing the body's ability to repair muscle tissue after activity. For older adults, this means longer recovery after walking, gardening, or light exercise, leaving muscles weak and fatigued. Beyond muscle recovery, high-sugar desserts contribute to inflammation, directly affecting joint health. Excessive sugar intake increases the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines, molecules that cause swelling and pain in the joints. Studies indicate that high sugar consumption can raise inflammation markers by up to 35%, exacerbating conditions like osteoarthritis, which is common among seniors. For example, someone with knee pain might notice increased stiffness after indulging in dessert, making it harder to move comfortably the next day. Another concern is that high-sugar desserts often lack nutrients that support muscle and joint health, such as protein, calcium, or omega-3 fatty acids. Instead, they provide empty calories that can lead to weight gain. Extra weight stresses joints, particularly in the knees and hips, increasing pain and reducing mobility. This added pressure can make daily tasks like standing up from a chair or walking to the car more painful for older adults who may already struggle with joint issues. Consider swapping high-sugar desserts for nutrient-dense alternatives to support muscle recovery and joint health. A great option is a bowl of fresh fruit, such as berries or sliced peaches, topped with a dollop of Greek yogurt. Berries are rich in antioxidants, which reduce inflammation by up to 20%, helping to ease joint pain. Greek yogurt provides protein, about 10 grams per half cup, supporting muscle repair and calcium to strengthen bones and joints. Aim for a dessert with less than 5 grams of added sugar and at least 5 grams of protein. This simple change can help reduce inflammation, speed muscle recovery, and make joints more comfortable. Processed meats such as bacon, sausages, deli, and pepperoni are often convenient for meals or snacks. However, they can quietly harm muscle recovery and joint health, especially for those over 55, due to their impact on inflammation and nutrient depletion. One major issue with processed meats is their high levels of inflammatory compounds, including saturated fats and preservatives like nitrates. These compounds can increase inflammation in the body, with studies showing that regular consumption of processed meats raises inflammatory markers by up to 30%. Inflammation slows muscle recovery by interfering with the body's repair processes, which are already less efficient in older adults. This means that after a day of light activity, like walking or housework, muscles may take longer to heal, leaving them weaker and more prone to soreness. For joints, the inflammation caused by processed meats is equally concerning. Chronic inflammation can worsen joint pain and stiffness, particularly in the knees, hips, and hands. For example, someone with arthritis might notice increased swelling and discomfort after eating a meal with processed meats, making it harder to move freely. Over time, this inflammation can contribute to cartilage breakdown, accelerating joint degeneration and increasing the risk of osteoarthritis. Additionally, processed meats are often high in sodium, with a single serving of deli meat containing up to 900 milligrams, over a third of the daily recommended limit for older adults. High sodium intake can deplete calcium levels in the body, as the kidneys excrete more calcium to balance sodium levels. Calcium is essential for maintaining strong bones and supporting joint health, so this depletion can weaken the skeletal structure around joints, increasing discomfort and the risk of injury. A better alternative is to opt for anti-inflammatory protein sources. Foods like grilled salmon or tofu are excellent choices. Salmon provides omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation by up to 25%, supporting muscle recovery and joint health. Tofu offers plant-based protein, about 10 grams per half cup, and magnesium, which helps relax muscles and reduce joint stiffness. Aim to include at least one anti-inflammatory protein source in each meal, keeping sodium intake below 2,300 milligrams daily. This change can help reduce inflammation, speed muscle recovery, and ease joint pain, making daily activities more comfortable. Alcohol, whether in wine, beer, or spirits, is often consumed socially or as a way to unwind. While moderate alcohol intake is sometimes linked to heart health, excessive or regular consumption can negatively impact muscle recovery and joint health, particularly for older adults. The primary issue with alcohol is its effect on muscle repair. Alcohol disrupts protein synthesis, the process by which the body builds and repairs muscle tissue. Research shows that even moderate alcohol consumption, such as 1 or 2 drinks, can reduce protein synthesis by up to 20% for several hours after drinking. For older adults whose muscle repair processes are already slower, this can significantly delay recovery after physical activity. For example, after a day of walking or light stretching, muscles may remain sore and weak longer than they should, limiting the ability to stay active. Alcohol also contributes to inflammation, which affects both muscles and joints. It increases the production of inflammatory markers like interleukin-6, with studies showing that regular alcohol intake can raise inflammation levels by up to 15%. This inflammation slows muscle recovery and can worsen joint pain, particularly for those with arthritis. For instance, someone might notice increased knee or hip pain the day after having a few drinks, making it harder to move without discomfort. Another concern is alcohol's impact on hydration and nutrient absorption. Alcohol is a diuretic, meaning it increases fluid loss, leading to dehydration. Dehydration can cause muscle cramps and stiffness, which hinder recovery and make joints feel less flexible. Additionally, alcohol interferes with the absorption of key nutrients like calcium and vitamin D, which are essential for joint health. Over time, this nutrient depletion can weaken the bones supporting joints, increasing the risk of pain and injury. To support muscle recovery and joint health, consider replacing alcohol with hydrating, anti-inflammatory beverages. A smoothie made with spinach, banana, and almond milk is a great option. Spinach provides magnesium to reduce muscle cramps, while banana offers potassium to support hydration. Almond milk is often fortified with calcium and vitamin D, supporting joint health. Aim to limit alcohol to no more than 1 drink per week and focus on drinking at least 8 cups of hydrating fluids daily. This change can improve muscle repair, reduce joint inflammation, and keep the body more flexible and energized. Of the 3 foods discussed, the most surprising threat to muscle recovery and joint health might be alcohol. While high-sugar desserts and processed meats have well-known drawbacks, alcohol often goes unnoticed because it's socially accepted and even linked to relaxation. However, its impact can be significant, especially for those over 55. Alcohol disrupts protein synthesis by up to 20%, slowing muscle repair and leaving the body feeling weak after activity. It also increases inflammation by 15%, worsening joint pain and stiffness, particularly for those with arthritis. Perhaps most concerning is its effect on hydration and nutrient absorption. Alcohol depletes calcium and vitamin D, weakening the bones that support joints and increasing discomfort. Here's the game changer. Replacing just 1 alcoholic drink weekly with a nutrient-packed smoothie can make a big difference. A smoothie with spinach, banana, and almond milk provides magnesium, potassium, and calcium, supporting muscle recovery and joint health. This simple swap can reduce inflammation, speed up recovery, and ease joint pain, helping older adults stay active and comfortable for years. It's a small change with a powerful impact on overall well-being. To recap, high-sugar desserts, processed meats, and alcohol can slow muscle recovery and harm joints by causing inflammation, delaying repair, and depleting essential nutrients. For those over 55, avoiding these foods can significantly improve comfort and mobility. By choosing nutrient-dense alternatives like fresh fruit, grilled salmon, and hydrating smoothies, muscle recovery can speed up and joint pain can decrease. It's all about supporting the body to stay active and pain-free at any age. Start today by replacing one of these foods with a recovery-friendly alternative. Perhaps swap a glass of wine for a spinach smoothie. Share your experience in the comments. Which food will you cut back on first? For more tips on staying active and pain-free as you age, watch the following video on natural ways to support joint health after 60. Be sure to like this video, share it with friends or family, and subscribe for more practical health advice tailored for seniors.